Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Matty Fresh. This is my universe. Today I'm doing another Faygo review. This one right here is one of my second, maybe third favorite. You know, way back I used to drink this one a lot, but it's got a distinct flavor. This is Faygo Red Pop. It's strawberry. So last time I remember drinking this, it tasted more like licorice, red licorice. So that's what I can remember. I don't recall this tasting exactly like strawberries. So we're about to find out. You know, it's been a long time. I just noticed the expiration date, November of 2020. Probably gonna taste like shit after, but let's do this. One of these times I'm gonna do a Faygo shower. You know, let it fly. So it tastes like red licorice. There's not much strawberry taste in here. So that's exactly what I thought. Red licorice taste. I should have just called it red licorice, not strawberry. But it's Red Pop. Yeah. Bam. These are nice 24 ounces. A little bit bigger. You know, I can't find these in cans unless I buy them in a case, and this was not in a case, so it's gonna take me longer to drink this compared to the last two. They were in little cans, so it's twice, you know, double the size. So I'm gonna be going a little bit on ranting, rambling, talking nonsense, blah blah blah. Sun is out, so my Faygo's shining as I take a drink. You know, for anybody that hates ICP, think they suck, think their music is trash. And I keep ranting about them in my videos, but I can't help it because they're the ones that introduced me to Faygo. If I didn't listen to their music, when I saw Faygo's at the gas station, I probably never would have tried it. If I did try it, probably been later on. And if I knew nothing about ICP, if I knew about them but didn't listen to their music, not knowing that they threw Faygo in every single last one of their CDs, they referenced Faygo at one point, I probably never would have tasted all the flavors. I'd be like, some generic soda, you know, who cares? But I mention them again because a little fun fact. Way back when Eminem first came out, you know, I used to like him a lot. I purchased his first 3 CDs, liked his music. But after the third album, the music just kind of got stale to me. I just stopped caring. And not saying he's a bad artist. He's one of the best rappers out there, you know, one of the best rappers of all time. But it just, when he was that young, when he first, when he did his first 3 albums, at that age, with when he was rapping, it wasn't that bad. But when the dude gets into his upper 30s, his 40s, and in my opinion, when it sounds like he's always bitching and crying and pissing and moaning in majority of his music, it gets tiring. So that's why I really don't listen to him today. Now I have like 3 or 4 of his songs on my iPod, and the one song I like the most is Bad Influence. If you haven't heard of it, it's on the End of Days movie soundtrack. That's a good song. I like it. It what's kind of funny is Eminem, he kind of back then he was kind of like ICP in a way. Now, he didn't paint his face. He did not have carnival music. But back then, his first two albums, if you listen to his lyrics and you listen to some old 90s ICP, they're similar in ways. You want to know why? Because way back then, when ICP, I believe, released The Ringmaster, maybe The Riddle Box, their second or third major album, Eminem was trying to, get a record deal. He's going out doing the shows and stuff like that, doing his thing, going to clubs. Well, I believe, unless I'm wrong, but correct me if I'm wrong, he was throwing a party, and he put out a flyer, and it said, Isham maybe, ICP maybe. There might have been another artist on it, but he didn't even bother asking ICP whether or not they wanted to make an appearance at his show, at his party. So when they found out about it, they got all pissed off, saying, "How are you going to put our name on this flyer without even asking us?" Why would he do that? Well, I will tell you exactly why he would do that. Because back in the day, in the early to mid 90s, even though he wasn't walking around with his face painted, preaching about it, Eminem might have been a juggalo. Go figure. His music, back then, it was like ICP's horrorcore, but it was mainstream horrorcore. It didn't call the radio, MTV, none of it called it mainstream horrorcore. It never mentioned anything like that. No acknowledgement of that style of rap that was being compared to ICP or Isham. But he was still horrorcore back then, right? Yeah, he did his own lyrics. He did his, the stuff he rapped about back then was different from ICP, but it was still in the category of horrorcore. He was just mainstream horrorcore. So the fact that Slim Shady wanted ICP to be at his little party means he was down with the clown back then. He was probably listening to some of their music. He's probably bumping some of their music as he was probably writing his own lyrics. Maybe. Will you get him to admit that now? No. Did he admit it back then? No. But it's possible. Before he felt disrespected because of something he did, he might have been thrown down to the Ringmaster or the Carnival Carnage. Just a food for thought. So I get shit all the time. Well, I used to get shit all the time, but at being in my 30s and all now, it's different. A lot of people, like back then in high school, you listen to that shit. Now it's like, oh, they're still making music? Yeah, they're still making music. They're still making money, etc., etc., etc. Now, Psychopathic Records isn't exactly where I want it to be. In my opinion, the artists are so-so. But I still listen to it. A little bit behind on the music, but I mean, I catch some songs here and there. Times change. Can't be the 90s. It can't stay the same. When your favorite artist does something different, you can't be like, oh man, it's not as good as their album 10 years ago. Yeah, that was 10 years ago. They have to adapt. They have to change. They had to be different. They can't be doing the same shit all the time. Anyway, Eminem, he was a mainstream horrorcore rap artist who took influence from the Insane Clown Posse and Esham. And if you don't know Esham Smith, he was the original acid rap artist, the original horrorcore. He started it all. I'm getting full from this Red Pop. Trying to down 2 sodas. Go home, my lip. I'm gonna chuck this so I can get in the house. I'm tired. Worked all day. I am Manny Fresh. Thank you for watching. Get the fuck out of here!